Oh, I got a few things to say about this one. With the potential scenario of Netflix acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery, that outcome seems to be getting some pushback. As you all know, this is the third time the studio will be sold in the last 8 years. Let me say that one more time, Dr. Umar style. This is the third time in 8 years that the studio will be sold. Normally, that is a sign of a studio not succeeding, but naturally, many people out there will seem to ignore it. Now, at this very moment, there's plenty of people in the running to acquire this studio. We got the Saudis coming out of nowhere. We got Paramount, Skydance. We got Comcast, and we have Netflix, who I truly believe is the strong suitor here. Now, as you know, this has been quite a bizarre adventure, and we are getting information every day regarding this matter. Now, we are now hearing what people are feeling behind closed doors, and I have a few things to say about it. This article is coming from comicbookmovie.com, my preferred site to get my news from, so shout out to them for continuing to bring the noise. It is titled, Netflix Buying Warner Brothers, called, quote, Worst Case Scenario by Theater Executive. Warner Brothers Discovery sale announcement turned the entertainment industry upside down. Though Paramount came out as a strong contender, other companies surfaced to show their interest in acquiring the studio. An unexpected player in the WBD sale appeared in the form of Netflix, following the studio confirming it was up for sale. It didn't take long for the streaming giant to position itself as a potential buyer. And after everybody kept saying Netflix was not interested, they say, hey, don't tell us what we want. We gonna tell us what we want. All right, we're the smart ones here. We're making all of the money. All right, everybody else is blind, deaf, or dumb. Whereas Netflix, they can see this whole industry for what it is. Giving its possible drawbacks, such as diminished content output and less creative outlets, the sentiment around the industry regarding Warner Brothers Discovery sale has not been positive overall. Out of all of the potential buyers, however, Netflix appears to be perceived as the worst possible outcome. The Wrap published a report on Netflix's theatrical ambitions, offering interesting insight into what the company acquiring Warner Brothers would entail. Now, they are perceiving Netflix as the worst possible outcome. Man, I swear to you, these people are behind the times. They have no idea what they could potentially be missing out on. YouTube is said to be putting pressure on Netflix as it continues to lead viewers' attention away from the streamer, seemingly hinting at this competition, motivating Netflix to seek a seat at the Warner Brothers Discovery sale table. However, the sentiment for some is that Netflix isn't ready to own a company like Warner Brothers Discovery. Founder of the Owl & Co. consulting firm, Hernan Lopez, questioned if Netflix is in a position to own a mainly theatrical movie studio. Quote, the internal debate at Netflix about whether to buy Warner Brothers may have promoted a second debate. Is Netflix ready to own a movie studio? Unquote. Now let me get in this kitchen and cook. First, I would like to say that I see so many people who has a problem with Netflix acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery, but I have yet to see them come up with a solution. Do they not realize that the studio is still $40 billion in debt? Do they not realize that at this very moment, they are operating in the red? You can mention Sinners, you can mention Minecraft, you can mention Weapons. None of those films brought in enough cash to shave down the debt, which means it's not going anywhere anytime soon. There's only so much that David Salzoff can do. Sell this off, sell that off, but guess what? He still has to pay. Think about it like this. HBO Max, which is owned by Warner Brothers Discovery, has 128 million subscribers at $17 a month. That is nearly or at $1 billion a month. All right, which means the studio is receiving 12 or nearly $12 billion a month. I'm saying nearly because I'm not doing the math precisely, right? I'm just giving you rough numbers. And they have to pay probably more than half of that to acquire all the content and make all of the content that they have under their umbrella. So think about that for a second. There's not enough coming into the studio. They're not achieving what they were able to do back in 2013, 2016. Their golden years, triple their investment. They're not able to do that anymore. The interest rate in what Warner Brothers Discovery owns is going down. Down with DC, down with Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that War of Rohan film, that flopped. Down with Harry Potter. All of their major IPs is losing interest as the days go on. And it is truth. So right now, Warner Brothers Discovery is in a dilemma. They have to be sold to somebody who could eliminate that debt. Netflix is that company. Well, Comcast and Paramount, if they buy Warner Brothers Discovery, I don't think that goes anywhere. Straight up, Netflix has the cash. And secondly, this is outright hate. That's right. These people hate the idea of Netflix owning Warner Brothers Discovery so much, they feel that they're okay with the studio dying off. Instead of Netflix owning it, they feel that they would be fine if Warner Brothers Discovery just ceased to exist, because that is what's going to happen. You can only operate in this much debt for so long, right? It's only a matter of time before the people you owe come and say, hey, where's my money? I need my money. I'm doing bad over here too. This economy isn't right. Listen, I need my money. All right, you ain't gonna give it to me. We're gonna cease some of this property. Could you imagine Warner Brothers not having half of their lot or all of their lot because they owe money? That would be embarrassing. Okay, but these people who run these theaters and stuff, they don't understand that, listen, this is the future. As much as I hate to admit it, a lot of people want to be home. All right? A lot of people don't want to pay a lot of money to enjoy themselves. Hey, look what the article said. YouTube is said to be putting pressure on Netflix as it continues to lead viewers' attention away from the streamer. So they don't even want to spend the $19 a month for Netflix. Okay? Pockets are tough right now. People are making financial decisions. So the movie theater would be the last thing on their minds, especially when you consider that things are already coming to streaming in 30 days anyway. All right, think about that for a second. That window is only going to get shorter as more and more films flop at the box office. So while theater owners is sitting up there saying, hey man, don't do this, they're just saying it out of fear because they know what is happening right before our eyes. And it's a shame that a lot of people out there refuse to acknowledge it. But back to this hate for Netflix. Look, let me tell you something. Let's go over here to Netflix stock. Right now, Netflix stock is at $1,154. That is higher than Amazon at $241, higher than Apple at $273, higher than Disney at $107. See, the hate is real here. Netflix is the truth. Netflix knows how to make money. Netflix knows how to make an impact on that of pop culture. Look at this, Stranger Things. All right, Stranger Things is the most viewed show on Netflix, with the 4th season having 140 million viewers and 1.8 billion views viewed. Come on now. Oh, the series also has been credited with generating significant revenue and new subscribers for Netflix since 2020. See, they understand the game. Unfortunately, we have people out there who refuse to acknowledge it.